Coming up on this episode of Swing Nation, we've got what you missed when you missed us this summer, our ILHC wrap-up, and a breakdown of the Quenelle controversy. Swing Nation, episode 56, starts now.
Who do you think you are, Mr.
Hit that jive, close the door, get the carpet off the floor. Swing Nation,
People grooving together.
truck on down, pimp your stroll, put some jelly on that road. Swing Nation.
People grooving together.
Hello and welcome to Swing Nation, Season 5, Episode 56 for
Heyo.
September 10th, 2014. I'm Spuds, that's Sucker Punch, and that's Rick. Let's get to it.
We missed you guys.
Wow.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, we missed you.
Just
Right.
like that, just slam into the show.
We got lots of stuff to do. We got to talk about a lot of things.
That's true. We are
That's
busy
true.
and important. We've got a lot of material to cover.
We have all the things. First, we have some quick bits.
We do?
Yeah. Well, a quick bit.
Oh, I missed that.
Sorry.
That was your cue, Spuds.
Yes. We have one thing. Oh, by the way, this is today. Did you guys look at the show notes? It's International Makeup Day.
That's not a real thing.
It's a thing.
That's what it is.
International Makeup. Is that what it is? No. International Makeup Day means today is a day for you to undo some wrong things you have made. It's not makeup.
Okay.
I thought I was hilarious. Apparently no one else did.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I didn't mean to do that.
You, Nicole, your turn. Make up with someone. You ever hear a smile? I heard that one. Like,
Yeah.
all right, forget International Makeup Day, but if you got somebody to make up with them.
And then make out.
And then make out
It's a
with
different
them.
day.
Should be every day.
More quick bits. Here, you take that one.
You got this.
Really?
Yeah.
People of ILHC video by Paul Roth.
People of ILHC. Sorry.
Is that how he
Go ahead.
talks?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's my Eddie Izzard impression. People of Berlin.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. Go ahead. You got this.
I saw Paul at ILHC. So we did ILHC. We'll talk about that. We have a lot of ILHC stuff to talk about. International Lindy Hop Championships 2014. I saw Paul in like the hallway, and we were running around, like all of us were, because we were broadcasting a thing. But he put together this video. I was like, what is he doing? He's got a camera, and he's at a pedestal, and he's talking about something. What is this thing? It's People of ILHC, and he just interviewed a ton of people, and it's actually a really fun thing. We have a little clip of the trailer for that we can take a look at.
God, there's so many of us.
So many people. I'm the one who's doing the series of People of ILHC. I'm Paul. I'm from Washington, D.C.
I'm Cynthia. I'm from Philly, and that's also my dance scene.
My name is Nick Olinger. I'm originally from Tennessee. I now live in LA.
I'm Beth, and I live in Philadelphia, and that is also my most recent dance scene.
I am Tim. I am from Orlando, and my most recent dance scene is Orlando.
My name is Laura Winley. I'm originally from a coastal town called Beaufort, North Carolina, and I am a part of the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina swing dance scene.
I'm Emily Berger. I am
All right, so Paul, that's really cute, really cool. He put together a lot of these things. There's a whole playlist of them on YouTube. I think if you search for Paul Roth.
Yeah, or People of ILHC.
Or People of ILHC, you can find that list. Paul, really good job. Paul also, he comments a lot on YouTube about our show, so that's how I knew of him. I never got a chance to say hi, though.
Yeah.
But
So he's awesome because he comments about our stuff.
no, he's also awesome because he creates.
And that, too.
He created
But mostly
that.
'cause
So
he
many
comments.
reasons. You're amazing.
All right, so moving right along, we're going to recap a little bit of the things that we missed since we've been gone. We've been gone quite a while.
Since you've been gone.
I don't know what song that is. Since you've been gone. Hang on. Since you've been gone. So I missed you guys. Jim behind the ones and twos. Don't forget about him. Recap on the stuff that happened. We actually broke early because we had to go and do Frankie 100. So we had fewer shows, I think, than the last season, something like that. We're back. Here's the stuff that happened. Frankie 100, awesome.
Yes. Whee! It was great.
That's it.
No, it was great.
Yeah. Go look at that. We have all of it. Go to Yehoodi Swing's channel. Go look at all of it. Comedian Swing Championships.
CSC.
CSC.
I'm sure there were great things about it too, but for those of us who didn't attend, the pervasive feeling of it was sexist behavior, a petition to maybe stop that so much for the future, and then something must have happened behind the scenes. Some people must have talked to some people, because then there was some sort of accord going on. So maybe things will change going forward and it'll be okay. We'll have to see. But that was the thing that I saw coming out of CSC from someone who's just watching it from the internet.
Absolutely. We also had a very unfortunate incident that led to some really awesome stuff. Was Mabel Lee was in Korea and she took a fall and she got hurt and she needed to go home and she needed like thousands and thousands of dollars and people didn't know what to do. And basically like lots of people from all over the world chipped in and flew her home, and I think she's recuperating and getting better. So.
Yeah, I was at Stompology when that happened, and Mike Tebow, who is one of the organizers of Stompology, and who else was it? I think Nathan Bew got phone calls right away, like, what can we do about this? And man, everyone just came together and chipped in, and it was pretty awesome. It sort of restored some of my faith in humanity that everyone sort of got together and got the funds together. Everyone was talking to each other about like, what can we do? How can we help? It was really inspiring.
Yeah, that was really cool. So we're glad that Mabel's okay. Also, a little controversy at Harangue this year.
Little controversy
with Leonard being accused of being a member of a right-wing Swedish party, and then he left.
Right-wing being a dirty word here, not like
Right.
right-wing in the U.S., which a lot of people don't think is a dirty word.
Right, exactly. But he decided to just cut his losses and leave 10 days before the camp was over. I did speak to him briefly at ILHC, and from what I hear, his departure may not be permanent, but he was definitely like, look, I don't want to deal with that kind of negativity. If you want to go back, I'm sure you can find some information about the story, but nonetheless, his presence at Harangue is still under question, and I think any love and support you can send to him would be great. So there you go.
It's crazy. He's an institution.
He is. He is literally a building.
You just call him fat?
I just call him huge.
You just called Leonard fat?
Yeah.
And made of concrete.
Oh, man.
And that's it. Well, more stuff happened, but that's what we picked. So.
I mean, you guys also missed an awesome time at Swing Out New Hampshire this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
I heard it was a great year.
It was the best yet. The best that I've been there for. And I got my 5-year participation award this year. So I've been to a couple, It was the best.
Cool.
I could talk about it for hours, but I won't because we have stuff to get to. Fine.
This your segment.
Yeah. So this thing called ILHC happened. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's kind of like this really obscure event.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Not really.
And we went there and we live broadcast stuff. So hopefully you guys got a chance to tune in for that. We're going to do a little recap of some of our favorite moments, though. What were your favorite moments, Rick?
Well, there's so many, but the one I wanted that's foremost in my mind is the juniors division. There was not a dry in the house. This was the best juniors division that I've ever seen, and I've seen all of them, basically. But the highlight for me was seeing Kyle and Alexis, and they've come. I don't know how many times they've come. It's these several years that they've competed, and they just tore it up. So can we take a look?
Hold on. I love that white suit.
great. The thing I love about this is that we've seen them from when they were like little juniors, and you can tell like someone else choreographed it for them, and they're doing the moves, and you're like really excited about it because you love seeing like little tykes doing it.
Yeah.
But by the time this year came around, they were just like legit Lindy Hop dancers.
Yep.
They were dancing it, they were owning it, and I just can't wait to see what they do in like next year, the year after, because they're just like so inspiring to watch. And if you like that, you should definitely check out their pro-ams. Kyle did one with Naomi Oyama, and Alexis did one with Peter Strom, and both were just
They
baller.
were killer.
They were just amazing.
Yeah.
So what else did you super dig?
Well, of course, there was the live music was amazing.
Oh,
so if
man.
you've never been to ILHC and you just watched the live broadcast, you caught some of the bands, but let me tell you, our stream could not capture like the amazingness of Jonathan Stout, the Boilermakers, Ben Pulser, just the jam sessions that are happening in the hallway, just so much live music at this event. And people are like, oh, I don't want to go to a competition because I don't get to social dance. There actually was a lot of social dancing in between the competitions as well as at the late night, and a lot of it was the live music. It's one of my favorite parts about ILHC.
The live music was really killer. It was really good. I did not want them to ever stop. They were so good. Some of my favorite things. Welcome to Nicole's favorite things.
Oh boy. There you go.
Todd and Laura's Pro Showcase. I just loved it. It was so great. Check it out. I'm just really glad that Carl and I didn't do our classic to this.
Are you guys thinking of using this song?
Yeah, this is Thriftset Orchestra. They're a great band out of Austin. And you should get their whole album. Mike and Laura actually travel around to events with like stacks of their album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love that move right there.
Have they done much international competing together?
I think they occasionally do a Strictly or get each other in a Jack and Jill, but this is the first I've seen them like work together on a piece of choreography or something.
So good.
Yeah, that was terrific.
I love the pairing of them together. Todd's like super refined in all the things that he does, and Laura's got this like amazing raw energy that I super love. And so you put those two things together, and it's just like
I was shocked.
Magic.
I was like Todd and Laura. It was like peanut butter and
jelly.
No, peanut butter and like a
fluff.
Peanut butter and something else.
Bananas.
That was a great analogy.
I'm sticking with that.
All right. My other super favorite was Pamela and Mikey's Pro Showcase. I got a little emotional watching it.
Uh-oh.
It super moved me. Yes.
I'm always impressed with Mikey, right? I always feel like...
You see that? Did you see that?
I always feel like that guy can't move like that.
This is the kind of thing I want to see. This is the kind of thing I want to do. This makes me want to dance so hard. And that's the kind of thing I want to see.
That's so good.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that just inspires
I know, right?
you.
No, right?
Are you mocking me? Gosh darn you.
No, I'm not.
It makes me really happy. It makes me want to dance. It inspires me. Like that's the kind of thing I want to see at a competition weekend. Something that makes me want to get on the floor. So you go, guys. I love it. I want to see more of you.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then my favorite team ever, the Lindy Hoppers Dozen. I kind of think they're great.
Yeah, check them out.
Man, they do some hard and beautiful things. They have this great balance of like with the music and playing against it, and really nice shapes, and just great dancing. But none of them look like carbon copies of each other. They're all their own individual dancer. They just dance together.
Yeah, good stuff.
I love that balance of like not being one dancer, being many dancers that share something.
Yeah.
I have so much respect for that.
They're like peanut butter and
They're like
You
peanut
still
butter
with
and
that?
jelly and fluff and bananas all in one amazing sandwich.
All those things.
they're like peanut butter.
The other thing I wanted to point out is that this was the first year that we've done teams. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the first year that we actually got to stream teams, so you got to experience it with us
You got
live.
the team stream.
Time delay. Don't lie to
Got the little time. That felt like a sports broadcast, right? It just
was.
They
got it like an hour
after everyone else did. But still, I felt really lucky that we got to do that because it's always one of my favorite divisions. And this was a great year to do it. So congrats to all the teams really who brought it this year. But yeah, it was a fun year at ILHC if you didn't make it. So you got to come next year. Wow.
Controversy. What? No, I'm trying to segue into the next piece.
Okay. Sure. Totally
Okay,
missed it.
so
Go ahead.
turns out there were great things at ILHC, and then there were things that were great and also questionable.
Good on you.
Good transition.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
What do you got?
Yes, one of the most exciting divisions every year at ILHC is the Pro-Am division. And for those of you who don't know what the Pro-Am is, you have an amateur and a pro dancing together, and of course it's the amateur who's being judged. And the winner this year was William and Irene Mauvais, and that's a son-mother team. So of course it pulled the heartstrings of everyone who's watching, and it just got rousing applause, and everyone was just like, clearly this is an amazing.
They caught me trying to get up.
It was an amazing routine, and they won. Actually, they did win.
I was there. I watched it. I was like, wow, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
And the backstory is that I think that he learned from his mom.
Right.
The other style of dance.
Well, it was clear that she wasn't like
She wasn't an amateur.
am, right?
Yeah, she
it was
clearly
like,
had a lot of training.
Oh, she trained, yeah.
But basically, while it was happening, or very soon after it was happening, there was all these murmurs about that looks like a really not cool gesture that Irene is making during her dance. And everyone's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And all the French people basically knew the context, and I guess some other people were like, yeah, that's definitely this thing that's called the Quenelle in France, which is a very rude gesture and also potentially a very racist gesture that was made. And there's been a huge brouhaha in the online and offline and all over the place. And ILHC, the organizers, took the decision to take the video down, so you can't even watch the video. But they let Irene and William keep their first place win.
And the money and the trophy.
And the money and the trophy and all that stuff. So we did some research on it. We posted on Yehoodi about it, but we figured we'd talk to somebody who knew a lot more than we did. And we contacted our buddy Patrick Szmidt, who is both French and Jewish, and he filmed the actual thing. So we thought no better person to ask, and we got this great interview. And I think we can just show like a minute.
Yeah, I'll show a little bit of it
of what he said.
I think I agree that was probably the middle ground. There were others who were saying that actually it was not enough what they did, and actually that the Mauvais should have their first place title taken away. How would you feel about that that they didn't do enough?
Well, so that's going to be my second disclaimer, is the fact that, even though I've been vocal online about this issue, and I'm here speaking with you. I still consider William and Irene, friends, and so it's also hard for me because of that. Because I think, the thing is actually like William, from what they said, like didn't know that his mother would do the gesture. That was actually a dare.
So there's obviously a much longer interview that we're going to have a link to in some direction. Click somewhere.
Just point somewhere, we'll put it.
Point your cursor somewhere around here and you'll get to the 15, 16-minute interview.
Yeah, it's about 12 minutes, and
cool.
We're including it in the SwingNation special editions.
Okay.
Just like we did with the Decavitas and Jonathan Stout, you'll be able to watch this full interview with Patrick. It's very good. I don't want to steal your thunder. Go ahead.
No. That's okay. So first of all, thank you to Patrick for being really a translator, both not just a language translator, but a cultural translator for us in helping understand some of what happened during this controversy and why it's will continue potentially to be an issue. I don't know. I mean, you guys have probably seen a lot of the debates online, and what are our big takeaways?
My big takeaway is a reminder that people outside of the United States aren't as culturally sensitive about gestures like this as we are. And yeah, we have, in America, we have like a long and really terrible history of dealing with people who were considered outsiders, and Jews are often an outside group. Every time something like this happens, though, it shocks and appalls me the strength of opposition to saying, whoops.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry. Or even not for the people who were like the main players, but people who are saying like, I don't see what the big deal is. Well, no, because you have the benefit of being in a very privileged position where no one has ever, like, let's say, made rude gestures outside of your place of worship or like thrown Molotov cocktails in it. You are coming from a very special place. Consider yourself lucky. Be generous to those who are not so fortunate. And just like, I am always disappointed by how insensitive and close-minded people can be. Even in this scene that I think is full of people who are glorious and joyous, that's my takeaway. It's kind of sad.
That's so well put. I can't even. It's like it's all joking aside, this is pretty serious, right? And so I was also taken aback at how quickly people were like, you shouldn't worry about it. Why are you worried about it? Put the video back up. Edit the video. I mean, come on, really? Like, it's beyond me to be like, it just, I just stood back and watched and went, is that a real response by a real person? You know what I mean? Like, certain characters in this scene were really, were really not getting the point, right? And kind of, I'm not throwing him under the bus, but Max was very vocal about what's the big deal. He even cited other routines that he's trying to read in symbols and stuff. No. It's really serious. I mean, being a person of color, I feel that, I'm not saying, I can, relate, because I don't really relate, but I've been in a place where that exists, and then somebody can say, it's all right, they didn't mean it. It's like, no, well, And at ILHC, their take is like, look, we just kind of don't want to be associated with that. We don't think that they did a terrible job. They won. Here's their prize. Here's their trophy. We choose just not to post it. I think if the argument is pretty much over, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because William came on and said, look, I'm sorry. And I know he's trying to apologize as much as he can. He's a figure. He also, I think, was blindsided by it too. But what was my point? The case is, if they really were like, you need to put this video back up, you need to show this video back, then they could just get a phone and just do the video themselves and post it on YouTube. No one's stopping you from posting it on YouTube. Just not ILHC's version.
Yeah, and I hate the cries of like, censorship. This is censorship. It's actually not. The International Lindy Hop Championships is not under no obligation to post any videos of anything that goes on there. So just be grateful that they do this free service for you when they do post the videos. And the one time when they don't, because there's some content in there that is inappropriate, that's their prerogative. And they're actually doing the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to applaud the ILHC organizers for being, I think, trying to find that middle ground in not over-responding and not under-responding and being really clear about what their values are. And I know that they're thinking about what they want to do in the future when and if something like this were to happen again. And on the one hand, I think they did the right thing. On the other hand, I think they dodged a bullet because there were other people who were just like, oh, if only I had taken a video of it, then I would have put it online. And that didn't happen. As far as I know, no one else has that video except for maybe Patrick and Jonathan.
Well, what's interesting is that it came out of left field because it was in the Pro-Am division.
Yeah.
No one's looking at the Pro-Am division.
The showcase or classic or something. Right. Yeah, everyone would have had videos of it.
Everyone would have been out with the phone, But, I mean, it's still whatever, right? ILHC could take their video down. They did. Other people could post it.
Yeah.
Irene and William could post it.
Yeah.
Easily. They know the routine. They are pretty good at it. So.
Just to close to say that was a very small incident. It was what was largely a very positive, really fun event. And, hopefully we as a community can move forward and show a little more understanding of other people and think about a little further about the kind of messaging that we do in our dance, because it does have an effect on others. And, you can choose to be a light or you can choose to, light a fire, basically. And I know that for at least for William, I really feel his sincerity, that he really didn't want to hurt people. He really just wanted to do something fun. So,
right. Well said.
Really well
said. And that's one to grow on.
That is one to grow on.
Yeah, hopefully we take this as an educational opportunity and put on our big kid pants.
Indeed. But maybe we should move on to our own elders.
Yeah, we got enough time for this one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then
give you guys something like minty fresh in your mouth to leave the episode with. Rather than peanut butter over here.
Have we shown this video already on the show? Do you guys recall?
I don't know.
We showed this one. You feel like we've seen this?
I don't remember.
I think maybe we have.
You think we have?
Jim thinks maybe we've shown it. There's no harm in showing it again because here's the context. So Gene Veloz is another legendary Lindy Hopper.
Dance with Dean Collins.
Still very, very active. You see her at a lot of events, and she turned 90. And there was an awesome birthday event for her in Asia, and this happened I think in February. And then I think it was Rusty who was like from LA, who was like, let's get 1 million views of her birthday jam. And I think it had like 1,000 or something at the time. I was like, that's never going to happen. They totally blew it out of the water recently.
Is that like 1.3 million now?
Yeah, so many people, and it got picked up by so many different of these aggregators. And
Rusty Frank,
thank you. So let's take another look at this amazing video of this amazing dancer during her 90th birthday jam.
Okay, give me like 30 seconds to wax poetic about this. 1, she's really awesome. 2, she's like a representation of, when this was cool the first time around. She is also super classy and really funny. And I love that we actually have representations of women getting older in this dance and still killing it. Because like in so much of our society, once women are past, let's say, 35 or something, they're just like 35. An old hag. They're like past their prime, whatever. No one cares anymore what they're up to. But in our scene, we do care about what you're doing after you're 35. Like this is a dance that you can grow into forever, and I love that about us. So,
Yay.
So I just want to show this to my mom, who's like 70, and say, Mom, you got like 20 more years to work on your dancing. You can be as good as Jean Veloz.
Yeah,
I've got like 55 years to work on my dancing. I still don't think I'm going to get there.
Exactly. Get your swivels. Work on your swivels the whole time.
And with that, I think we're going to bring this first episode of Season 5 to a close. I want to thank once again my cohorts here. You guys are awesome. I missed you guys. Exactly. That's what I miss. I miss that kind of love right there. Once again, email us. I hate that thing when you do that.
Why? It's a heart.
It's just...
That's a heart.
Clearly you're not Asian.
Email us.
Is it Asian?
That one, email us, news@yehoodi.com. Facebook, us, Yehoodi. On the Twitters, we're at Yehoodi, at Spuds, at Zuckerpunch, at Rickomatic. Subscribe to our channel. Look, people, we want subscribers. You're watching it right now on YouTube. Hit that button that's somewhere over there. And watch all our cool stuff.
Here,
or whatever. Everywhere. And give us a call. What's the number, Rick?
201-994-SHOW, 201-994-7469.
Operators are
standing by. And, of course, click the linky thing that's around here to watch our full interview with Patrick Szmidt.
It's peanut butter jelly time.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you in a week.
See ya.
All around the planet, gates are in the groove. Don't have to understand it, you just have to move. Truck on down, pimp your stroll, put some jelly on that road, Swing Nation. People grooving together.